Welcome back students to the video lecture series. I am Adil Mansoori from Civil Engineering Department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So my dear students, in the previous video we had discussed regarding various physical parameters, chemical parameters and biological parameters of water, right? Because as we all know that whatever the water we extract from different sources, it contains different kinds of impurities, right? So it is necessary to treat the water before supplying it to the community. So for that we had to check physical, chemical and biological parameters, right? Apart from that, in the previous video we also discussed regarding various waterborne diseases and prevention and control of the waterborne diseases. Okay dear students, so in this video we will start with few numericals, okay, and then I'll cover the last theory, that is the Prevention and Control of Water Pollution Act 1974. Okay students, so let us now start with the numericals of pH. Okay, so the first numerical for today is find out how much acidic is sample of pH 3.0 compared to sample of pH 6.0. Okay, so here if you will say that a sample of pH 6 is twice that of the sample of pH 3, then it will be wrong. So how much acidic is the sample of pH 3 with respect to pH of 6? Let us find out. So for sample 1, right, we are given pH is equals to 3.0. Now we know that pH is equals to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration, right? So can I say that 3 equals to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration, right? So therefore H plus ion concentration will be equals to 10 to the power minus 3 moles per liter, right? Now similarly for sample 2, how much is the pH? 6.0. Therefore again we know that pH equals to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. Therefore 6 equals to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration, and therefore we can say that H plus ion equals to 10 to the power minus 6 moles per liter, right? So comparing, therefore 10 to the power minus 3 by 10 to the power minus 6, so which will be equals to 10 to the power 3, right? So we can say that the sample of pH 3 is 10 to the power 3 times more acidic than sample of pH 6.0. Okay, so this is how the acidity of the sample is measured, that is how much more acidic one sample is as compared to the other sample. Okay, okay students, so let us now do another numerical, numerical 2. The data says in a water treatment plant, in a water treatment plant, the pH value of incoming and outgoing water, incoming and outgoing water is 7.2 and 8.4 respectively, right? And assuming a linear variation, assuming linear variation, determine the average pH of water. Determine the average pH of water. Okay, so the question says in a water treatment plant the pH of incoming water and outgoing water is 7.2 and 8.4 respectively, right? So assuming linear variation, we need to find out the average. So what will be the average of the pH? So here average of water, that is 7.2 plus 8.4 divided by 2. So if I say that this is 8 and 7, 15.6 by 2, that is equals to 7.8, which is wrong. Okay, that is wrong. Okay, so let us find out how much is the average. Okay, so for incoming water, for incoming water, okay, how much is the pH? 7.2, right? So therefore pH1 equals to negative logarithm of H1 plus equals to 7.2, right? 7.2. So therefore can I say that H1 plus will be equals to 10 to the power minus 7.2? Agree, right? Similarly, for outgoing water, for outgoing water, pH equals to 8.4. Therefore, can I say that pH2 equals to negative logarithm of H2 plus ion, that will be equals to 8.4, and therefore H2 plus will be equals to 10 to the power minus 8.4, right? So now average, therefore average concentration or average pH, therefore H plus average will be equals to H1 plus concentration plus H2 plus concentration divided by 2. Okay, so that will be equals to 10 to the power minus 7.2 plus 10 to the power minus 8.4 divided by 2. Okay, so which one is the smaller? Minus 8.4, right? So 10 to the power minus 8.4 out. So here it will be 10 to the power plus 1.2 plus 1 divided by 2. So this will be equals to 8.452 into 10 to the power minus 8.4. Okay, so H plus average concentration will be 8.452 into 10 to the power minus 8.4. Okay, so therefore average pH will be equals to negative logarithm of H plus average concentration, that is equals to negative logarithm of 8.542 452 into 10 to the power minus 8.4, right? So that will be equals to 7.474. Therefore our answer is pH average will be equals to 7.474. Okay, so that is our answer. I hope you might have got clear idea. Okay students, so let us now start with a new topic, and the name of the topic is the Water Act 1974, that is Prevention and Control of Pollution. Okay, so in 1974 the Parliament enacted the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. Okay, now talking about the objective of this act: prevention and control of water pollution, right? So the first objective is the prevention and control of the water pollution. Second, to maintain or restore wholesomeness of water, right? Then establishment of the boards for prevention and control of the water pollution. So these are the three different objectives of this particular act. Talking about the constitution of the central board. Okay, so actually constitution is of two types under this act, that is constitution of the central board and constitution of the state board, right? And apart from that there are various functions of the central board and the functions of the state board. Okay, so talking about the constitution of the central board, it contains a full-time chairman to be nominated by the central government. Okay, so central government will nominate a particular person who will be behaving as the chairman of the central board, right? Then not more than 5 officials which will be nominated by the central government. Then not more than 5 persons nominated by the central government from amongst the member of the state government or the state board, right? So central government will nominate chairman, then it will nominate 5 officials, right? And it will also nominate 5 those officials which will behave among the state boards. Okay, then not more than 3 non-officials nominated by the central government to represent interests of agriculture, fishery and agriculture trade. Okay, then moving ahead, 2 persons will be nominated by the central government to represent the companies or corporations owned by the central government. Then 1 full-time member secretary to be appointed by the central government having knowledge and experience related to the management aspects of the pollution control. Okay, so next, functions of the central board, right? We looked at the constitution, now looking at the functions. What functions will it carry out? So to advise the central government on issues related to the water pollution, number 1, right? So the central board will advise the central government regarding the issues related to water pollution. Then it will promote cleanliness of streams and wells in different areas of the state. Then to organize training of persons engaged in pollution control, right? Different trainings are always there, so that will be organized by central board. Then to lay down standards for streams and wells, right? So that is how much should be the chemical parameters, right? That is, for example, TDS or metal or organic matter, right? So that are known as the standards. Okay, then to coordinate the activities of the state board and to resolve the disputes among them. Okay, Then to provide technical assistance and guidance to the state boards to carry out research in prevention and control of the water pollution. Then to prepare manuals, codes, etc. for treatment and disposal of sewage and trade effluents. To set up laboratories for analysis of water samples from any stream or well or trade effluents. Okay, so these are the different functions of the central board. Clear? Now let's look at the state board. So the functions of the state board are to advise state government on issues related to water pollution. In case of central board, it was advising to the central government, right? Now state board will advise to the state government. Clear? Then planning a comprehensive programs for prevention and control of the pollution of streams and wells. Then conducting and encouraging investigations and research related to problems of water pollution, which are almost same functions that is compared to the central government, right? Almost same functions. Then to inspect trade effluent and wastewater treatment plants, right? To lay down standards for sewage and trade effluents to be discharged into rivers. Okay, so moving ahead, to find out recent methods for disposal, treatment and reuse of wastewater in agriculture. Then to set up laboratories for analysis of water sample. To make, vary or revoke any order for the prevention, control or abatement of waste into the streams or wells. Okay. Then let's talk about powers to the state and central boards. What are the different powers? So first power is to obtain information. Okay. Then power to give directions. Then power to take samples of effluent. That is, what will it do is it will collect the samples of effluent from different industries for inspection, right? That is, central or state board has that particular right. Okay. Then power of entry and inspection. Then prohibition of polluting matter. Then restrictions on new outlets and new discharges. Then refusal or withdrawal of consent by the state board. Okay. So let's have a look at the penalties for violation of the provision of the act. So in case of failure to give information by a person discharging an effluents into streams or wells, the penalty is imprisonment up to 3 months or fine up to 10,000 or both. Okay. Then in case of obstructing the performance of the board's function, destroying or damaging the property of the board, giving wrong information, making false statements, the penalty is imprisonment up to 3 months or fine up to 10,000 or both. Okay. Then in case of permitting polluting water into streams or wells or on land, the penalty is imprisonment of board, order of closure of industry or stoppage of water supply or electricity supply, or the penalty for 1.5 to 6 years or fine or both. Okay. So if you are allowing your wastewater to discharge into stream or well or on land, then different penalties that the board will impose include closure of industry, that is, it will order to shut down the industry, or what it will do is stop the water connection, or what it will do is it will stop the power supply, or penalty for 1.5 to 6 years or both, or even fine. Clear? Then in case of violation of order prohibiting discharge of polluted matter into streams, well or land, violation is imprisonment of 1.5 to 6 years and fine. Okay. So this is quite a theoretical portion, right? So this was about the Water Prevention and Control Act 1974. Okay.